In the depths of a silent void, an eternal stretch of cold, infinite blackness broken only by the faint glow of distant stars. Among these stars, a traveler moves. It is a ship, sleek and alien, gliding through the fabric of space like a predator stalking unseen prey. Inside, the vessel thrums with an eerie, otherworldly energy. Lights pulse rhythmically along its metallic hull, flickering like the heartbeat of a living being. The ship is alive in its own way, guided by a mind far removed from anything human. The entity within is ancient and deliberate. It has seen countless worlds, witnessed civilizations rise and fall, and harvested what it needed without mercy or hesitation. Its mission is singular and unyielding. It is a collector, moving through the galaxy with the precision of a surgeon and the ruthlessness of a conqueror. And now, its path leads it to Earth, a small, unassuming world on the edge of the Milky Way. As the ship approaches, its sensors scan the planet's surface, homing in on the energy signatures that match its needs. Clouds swirl in the Earth's atmosphere as the ship descends, its silhouette hidden by the stormy skies. No one on the ground notices the faint, unnatural lights weaving through the clouds, nor do they hear the soundless hum of the ship's engines. But something is coming. A dirt road cutting through the heart of the deep south. The air is thick with humidity, and the scent of wet earth and moss drifts through the warm evening breeze. A battered old pickup truck rattles down the road, its headlights piercing the encroaching darkness. Behind the wheel is a man in his 40s, weathered and quiet, his hands gripping the steering wheel with a casual familiarity. This is Sam Tucker, a man of the land, rugged and unpretentious, with a face etched by years of hard work under the sun. Beside him sits his 12-year-old daughter, Ellie, her hair tangled and her cheeks smudged with dirt from a day spent exploring the woods. Ellie is the light of Sam's life, the last piece of family he has left after the death of his wife. The bond between them is unspoken but strong, a connection forged through shared struggles and small, precious joys. As the truck bumps along the uneven road, Ellie chatters about her day, her voice a lively counterpoint to the steady rumble of the engine.
Daddy, you should have seen it! There was this big old turtle down by the creek. I tried to catch it, but it slipped away real quick.
Sounds like that turtle's smarter than he looks. You'll get him next time, kiddo.
The sky above them is a deep, inky blue, speckled with stars just beginning to appear. But as they near their home, a strange phenomenon catches their attention. At first, it's just a faint glow on the horizon, a shimmering light that seems to ripple and dance like heat waves. Then the glow intensifies, spreading across the clouds in surreal patterns of green and silver.
Daddy, what is that?
Maybe it's some kind of storm.
But deep down, he knows it's no ordinary weather. The lights are too precise, too deliberate in their movements, as if they're alive. He feels a prickle of unease crawling up his spine, but shakes it off. Whatever it is, it's far away and doesn't seem to be heading their way. For now, getting home is the priority. The truck pulls into the clearing where their cabin stands. The structure is modest but sturdy, its wooden planks weathered by years of exposure to the elements. The swamp stretches out behind it, a tangle of cypress trees and murky water that seems to whisper and shift in the night. Sam kills the engine, and the two of them climb out, the sounds of the swamp enveloping them in a symphony of croaking frogs and chirping insects. Inside the cabin, they settle into their evening routine. Ellie washes up and changes into her pajamas while Sam stokes the fire in the small wood-burning stove. The strange lights are forgotten for the moment, replaced by the comforting normalcy of home. They share a quiet dinner, talking about little things, school, the garden, the repairs the cabin needs, before Sam tucks Ellie into bed.
Good night, sweetheart.
Good night, Daddy.
Sam lingers for a moment, watching her as she drifts off to sleep. Then he turns out the light and retreats to his own room, the weight of the day settling heavily on his shoulders. But the night is far from over. In the stillness of the early hours, a faint, otherworldly hum begins to vibrate through the air. It's subtle at first, blending almost seamlessly with the natural sounds of the swamp, but gradually it grows louder, more insistent until it seems to resonate within the walls of the cabin itself. Sam stirs in his sleep, his brow furrowing as the noise infiltrates his dreams. In the next room, Ellie's eyes snap open. The hum is accompanied by a strange light seeping through her window, the same green and silver glow they had seen earlier. It bathes the room in an unearthly radiance, casting elongated shadows that twist and writhe like living things. Hovering above the treetops is a massive, oval-shaped craft, its surface smooth and seamless, shimmering with an iridescent sheen. From its underside, beams of light stretch down like fingers, probing the swamp below. One of these beams moves toward the cabin, its glow intensifying as it approaches. Ellie backs away from the window, fear tightening her throat. She wants to scream for her father, but finds herself unable to make a sound. The beam pierces through the window, enveloping her in its light. Suddenly, she feels weightless, her body lifting off the bed as if carried by an invisible force. Panic surges through her, and she claws at the air, but there is nothing to hold on to. In the next room, Sam wakes with a start. The hum is deafening now, and the entire cabin seems to be vibrating. He bolts out of bed, calling Ellie's name as he rushes to her room. But when he bursts through the door, he's met with a sight that defies all reason. His daughter is floating in midair, her body surrounded by the strange light. Her eyes are wide with terror, and her mouth moves soundlessly as she reaches out to him. But before he can reach her, the light intensifies, blinding him. He stumbles back, shielding his face, and when the light fades, Ellie is gone. The room is empty, the only evidence of her presence the rumpled sheets on her bed. The abduction is swift and disorienting. Ellie finds herself inside the alien craft, her surroundings a bizarre mix of cold, metallic surfaces and pulsating organic structures. The air is thick and heavy, making it difficult to breathe. She's restrained by an invisible force, unable to move as shadowy figures emerge from the darkness. The beings are unlike anything she's ever imagined. They are tall and spindly, their skin a pale, mottled gray that seems to shimmer in the dim light. Their eyes are large and black, voids that seem to see through her, into her very soul. They communicate not with words, but with an overwhelming presence that fills her mind, projecting images and emotions she can barely comprehend. Ellie struggles against the force holding her, her fear escalating as the beings approach. They extend long, delicate fingers toward her, their touch cold and alien. She feels a strange sensation, as if they're probing her mind, extracting information she doesn't even know she possesses. Memories flash before her eyes, her mother's laughter, her father's comforting embrace, the endless days spent exploring the woods. The beings seem to study these fragments, their expressions unreadable. Meanwhile, back on the ground, Sam is frantic. He searches the swamp, shouting Ellie's name into the darkness, but there's no sign of her. The strange lights have vanished, leaving only an eerie silence in their wake. Desperation drives him to his knees, his hands clawing at the muddy ground as he fights back tears. He doesn't know what to do, how to find her, or even what he's up against. All he knows is that he won't stop until he brings her home. Sam's determination leads him to uncover the truth about the lights, the ship, and the beings that have taken his daughter. He refuses to succumb to fear or despair, channeling his love for Ellie into a relentless quest to bring her back. He finally finds the craft in a small clearing deep inside the woods. He approaches cautiously. Ellie, too, proves resilient in the face of her ordeal. Despite her fear, she finds strength within herself, resisting the being's attempts to control her and holding on to the memories of her father and their life together. Her unwavering spirit becomes a force that disrupts the aliens' plans to extract her memories and life essence. The aliens reject her and ultimately releases her from their metal spherical prison. Sam finds Ellie not far from the craft as it hovers silently above the ground. They are reunited. Sam, overcome with emotion, embraces Ellie as they watch the alien ship move silently through the tree line. The aliens retreat, their purpose on Earth thwarted, and the strange lights disappear from the sky. But the experience leaves a lasting impression on both father and daughter, a reminder of the fragility of their world and the strength they've found in each other.